Good afternoon Kenya. This is Kenya News Alert. Ikiwa leo ni tarehe 17 ya mwezi wa kwanza mwaka wa 2025, tukiwa hapa kwenye Kenya News Alert TV, online TV, ambapo tunaongelelea yanayojiri na yaliyojiri, yatakayojiri pia. Sawa? So it's a political channel. You're welcome people, and I've just received report ya kwamba Wakenya wamefanya ile kitu tena. Wakenya wamefanya ile kitu tena. There's someone who was to be abducted, and they have told those people, we don't know you and you're not going to take our passion because who are you? Okay? So that and more hapa kwa Kenya News Alerts. And haya kijiri pia wajua people were the CSS waliapishwa. We're going to see more and more more and more of that. Okay, so let my co-hosts introduce themselves, alafu tuingie deeper and deeper.
Yeah, thank you so much Zolfa. Felix Andrew, jina la mwisho si essential lakini ni Otuori. We welcome you to our show. We want to talk about yanayoendelea, na we want to enlighten ourselves if possible, tujue vile tunaweza deal on these issues. Sema ni aje Zolfa?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, thank you.
Yeah, so welcome so much. Welcome so much. There's a video ambayo nimetumiwa, and this video is about someone being they were being abducted, and people wakatoa camera phones, wakakuja hapo wakakuwa like, no, he's not going anywhere. I've not been able kuangalia yote, but the thing is, I am so proud of Kenyans that Kenyans right now are on high alert. Uliona lakini kama yule wa Nakuru, yeah, akijaribu kuchukua yule kijana amemwekea hadi pingu. Yako bado amekuwa pingu, walikuwa wamemtoa shati, amebaki na vest, but people were there. Kuna
nazungumzia ile yenye mama fulani alichapa mtu mbata.
Tena mfuko. That shosh.
Yes.
That shosh should be called atuambie. Yes. You know? Yes.
Alimpiga ile ya mama.
Aish. Mbata ile ya Kindiki. Mbata, let me tell you, I'm so proud. I am so proud. So welcome everyone.
Nilisikia ulisema mbata ya nani?
Kindix. Mbata ni ya Kindix. Sawa?
Kwa nini?
Si unajua Kindix alipigwa kofi akaendelea kuvaa glasses mpaka katikati ya nyumba mchana. Sawa? Venye ukaambiwa na one dem that hata wewe mwenyewe tujua mama amekufikia, amekupiga, ndio maana unavaa glasses. Unajua zangu ni clear, someone can see my eyes, yes?
Kwenda huko.
We can't see your eyes. Maybe mama alikupiga na hatujui.
Kwenda huko. Wewe ndio ulimuinsight? Maybe.
Nikamwambia you're a narcissist. Nikamwambia fellow is a narcissist. Now the thing is, yes, that video of that guy trying to get abducted, but then why are people and you know the IG akokoti over missing people. We shall get to see that. It is streaming actually live hapa pia kwenye Kenya News Alert. The IG yupo kwenye amefunguliwa mashtaka, aseme where are the lost Kenyans, lost boys wako wapi. You know there's a song called Lost. Have you ever seen Peter Pan? Peter Pan is a movie about, actually it's a sinister thing, but it's about lost boys. Boys. So where are our lost boys? Yes? Where are our lost boys? Continue as I search for something here.
Nikuulize hata kama unaendelea kusearch. In case wakikosekana,
atasema wako wapi? Atasema wako wapi? Okay?
Ni polisi waliwaendea? Ni polisi waliwaendea?
Hataki kujua. Because you're the ones who should be guarding these people. Then where are they? Where are they? Where are those people? Polisi wanafaa kuwa wanatuchunga sie. Tunapotea wakiwa wapi? Yes? Yes. So hivyo ndo kuko. We don't aseme, where are those people? Where are those people? In fact, I want to see what he's gonna say. Nataka producer, if you can, please let us see where let us see where this what he's saying. What he's saying about these lost boys. Anasemaje? Anajiteteaje? Sawa? Because kuna information nyingi ambayo I wanna really fact check it. Sawa? I'll come and read it, because inabaki there are some kwa hiyo NIS, yes, National Intelligence Service, there are some sectors of groups ambazo get dismantled, zika create ingine zinafanya shughuli. And the thing that is really making me really upset is because these people are being abducted. They are being abducted live. Our Fichi Felix, our Fichi, we have seen the faces of these people. We have seen them, sura ziko pale wakijaribu ku abduct mtu mchana.
Naona wako live kwa koti.
Aya, tuone basi.
The application be dismissed, my lord, and the orders granted and that in be confirmed.
I'll take it for you when I'm ready. My Lord, just to start quickly from the bottom, the decision of Shah versus Mbogo needs to be read together with the celebrated decision of Express Kenya versus Manju Patel. And in that decision, the Court of Appeal at the apex court of this country at the time, Shah versus Mbogo, read together with Express Kenya versus Manju Patel, and understood. Read and understood together with Express Kenya. With Express Kenya versus Manju Patel. Manu or Manju? Manju. M-A-N-J-U. Yes. Where it was held that where it is... I beg your pardon? Give me citation. I don't have the citation. I know the decision because I have relied on it before, but I didn't know I was going to use it because I had it 2 minutes ago. So you're asking me to go and look for the citation? I can supply it to your court clerk. No, it's okay. Where it is held, my lord, that where it is established that service was not effected. It is established that service was not effected. Then the orders made by the court should be set aside ex debito justitia as a matter of right, as a debt to justice. Should be set aside. Yes, ex debito justitia. That's what Omondi said. Is it Omondi? The other one is saying Patrick. Yes, that is what it says. My lord, the reference to Rule 14 of the Mutunga Rules as a matter of right. My lord, the reference to Rule 14 by learned counsel for the petitioners is an afterthought. The evidence of service, and I will come, of the Mutunga Rules, is an afterthought. Because the evidence of service is the affidavit of service of Noel Oduori of the sworn on the 13th of this month. And in that affidavit of service, the law or the procedure directing service, according to the deponent, is Order Order 5, Rule 22, B and C.
Order 5.
Rule 22, B and C. And this, my lord, there is the submission about, or the question that Learned Counsel posed to court. How else are Kenyans expected to reach certain high offices? Inferior quality of service that the petitioners have answered. It cannot be then Article 50, and it is for the petitioners then to ensure that the quality of service that they effect complies with Article 50. Everybody is entitled to the protection under Article 50, and I had stated in my submissions in chief that service is the gateway to Article 50. If this quality of service is allowed, what will happen next is that Learned Counsel will wait for the Inspector General's car to drive by, and he will fling pleadings at it and come to court and ask, but how else did you expect me to get to the Inspector General? My lord, the responsibility to effect service is on the officer authorized by the court to effect service. That responsibility is not co-shared between the officer serving, if he is not an advocate, the advocate instructing that process server, or the client that is instructing the advocate in the matter. That responsibility is on the person who served process. I say so, my lord, because there are explanations in the replying affidavit to the application that is before you this afternoon that seek to make clarifications about the affidavit of service. When your lordship considered this matter on the 13th, what was before you was the affidavit of service. That is what evidences service, nothing else. My lord, paragraphs 12, 14, 15, 16 of the replying affidavit are not contained in the affidavit of service. And because I have submitted that that responsibility is not co-shared, it is important for me to submit that those are not averments by the process server. Whoever is deponing to this affidavit merely instructed the process server to serve. They did not effect service.
Mr. you are on hand. You notice I'm looking for something. So you don't expect me to record you.
Most obliged, my lord.
I'm looking for the affidavit of service.
I had asked earlier. My lord, let me tell you where the affidavit of service is. My lord, it is on page 29 of the notice of motion. That is the proof of service. And really nothing else can be the proof of service. Any explanations rendered after the fact are after the fact attempts to improve the poor quality of service that is not in compliance with the law. My lord, there was a very innovative submission by my learned colleague that the authorities that were cited are distinguishable because they do not relate to service on public officers or holders of constitutional offices. Again, I repeat what I have said, and I think I'm saying it now for the third time. Service is the gateway to Article 50. And for that innovative submission to hold water, then Learned Counsel was obliged to put before your lordship that constitutional office or holders or high office holders are then not entitled to the protection under Article 50. Because what he is suggesting is an inferior quality of service. There was the submission that email contacts that were used to allegedly serve the first and second respondents are publicly available. It was important, and this is why I wish to cross-examine the deponent of the affidavit, that averment should have been made in the affidavit in support or in the affidavit of service. The affidavit of service does not say where those email addresses fall. There is an attempt to explain where they are from in the replying affidavit, and I have stated that service is an issue to be confirmed and evidenced by the process server. My Lord, circumstances do not give rise to jurisdiction. Jurisdiction of this court emanates only from the Constitution and the law. There have been submissions on behalf of by learned counsel for the petitioner to suggest that the circumstances of this matter then justify the abbreviation of certain hallowed provisions of our Constitution, such as the right to a fair hearing. My Lord, there was a decision there was reference to a decision. I believe it is Andrew Ndaba. I only have the paragraph here on the screen that my learned colleague has shared with me. And I wish to say that that decision is applicable for the following reason, and it has been misread by my learned colleague. The decision quotes the case of Union Insurance Company of Kenya versus Ramzan Abdul Danji, and it is civil appeal number 179 of 1998 and reported. And this is the passage from the Court of Appeal. The law is not that a party must be heard in every litigation. The law is that parties must be given a reasonable opportunity of being heard. And once the opportunity is given and it is not utilized, then the only point on which the party not utilizing the opportunity can be heard is why he did not utilize it. That is our point exactly. My clients were entitled to an opportunity to be heard prior to the direction that they come to court. The matter does not commence when they come to court. The matter commences when the notice of motion is filed.
Are you suggesting by any chance that we cannot, at the start of any matter, issue some order? Is that what you're saying?
My Lord, parties are heard before summons are issued.
Is that what you're suggesting? Because as far as I know, the law is when you move, the court has discretion to issue orders that it considers appropriate. So is this your case that in all cases you should not issue any orders until we hear the party?
My Lord,
is that what you're saying? Because it seems like that's what you're supposed to suggest.
My Lord, there are two orders that you have issued. There are two orders that you have issued.
No, it's not about the order that
Zulfa.
Yes.
I hope that
Lord,
everything is going to be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
In this matter,
as long as atuambie watu wetu wako wapi,
which has concluded
as long as
the notice of motion.
atuambie tu, atuelezee vitu fulani, vitu wakadha wakadha. Yes. So the thing that I am loving is that Kenyans are at high are on high alerts and they hawatakuacha sawa. Hata ukishikwa saa hii tupige nduru shosha, anafika hapo na handbag yake anapiga DCI. Watu wanakuja wanaambia DCI wakuachilie, si ndio? And the thing is we have to be that way, we have to be that way, we have to learn, we have to know. Na tukiendelea hivi we shall be okay. Tukiendelea hivi hii darkness ambayo imetukumba nimekumba nchi yetu itakuwa tu sawa.
You see, those lawyers are trying to represent us in expressing what the families expect from the government. You see? And I believe those officials who are in that court, they are not going to be corrupt. Whereby
is it been taken there just for formality? Like formality, yani upate situ wa Kenya tumeona amepelekwa but nothing ni story tu. Do you think that might be the case?
Why? Let me hope that won't be the case.
So,
yes.
Because me at this point hakuna kitu ambayo mimi kiserikali nafanya ambayo mimi na believe like hakuna inaweza kwa mtu apeleka tu pale.
But you see there, but you see there, those are they government lawyers?
There is lawyers.
Is there any government?
Obviously they might be lawyers from the government. Siju saa koti imemuita independently akuje aseme watu wako wapi, our missing boys wako wapi.
But I don't think inaweza kuwa kitu yenye imeskamiwa.
How do we know? How do we really know?
I believe in Omari.
Yes?
I believe in Omari.
Omari? You believe in Omari? Omari the guy that is there?
Yes. I trust him.
Okay. Sasa basi wajua bado yesterday we saw juzi we saw how the CSs were being vetted, yes? Would like the producer to waliapishwa. If people could see that inza kuwa sawa.
Do you think Omari anaweza akakuwa mtu mwenye do you think Omari anaweza kuwa scammer? Do you think Omari anaweza kuwa scammer? Omari anaweza akakuwa scammer? That is my question.
You don't imekwambia me at this point there's no one that I trust uko. Inaweza kuwa tu ni game. Like hata venye Kim aliuliza tunajua kajeje kama yule Ruto anaongea pale. How do we know? These people point again. They have shown us sawa. They have shown us that we cannot believe them. They have shown us and they have proved that we cannot.
Kuna song fulani yenye nasema it life is so hard but sometimes we can survive. But mi naomba tu family ipate justice. Kwanza sasa itapata justice gani na life cannot be restored? Are they the same men who are caught at Ruiru?
Hatujui.
Kuna hiyo story nyingine yenye niliona inakaa kutrend kidogo, where abductors wali the day iliwendea mrama kidogo pale Ruiru.
Nini mepe Ruiru?
some of the individuals wanted to abduct an individual,
yes,
a civilian.
Pale roysambu.
Ni si Ruiru ni roysambu.
Yes,
sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry viewers. So it went wrong for them. Hebu tuambie, what do you think hawa watu walikuwa according to your knowledge, unafikiria ni nini kilifanya wakafail kufanikisha hiyo kazi yao?
Si tumeona Felix, tumeona, we have all seen it is wananchi wameongea. Wananchi ndo wamekuja, wajua the moment that we have already seen your faces, the moment that you're on cameras and everyone ameshatoa camera. In fact hata kama umeangalia video na mtu ameshaonyesha lori pale, people are there. Wakajua hapa tu waachi. Hapa wakome. There's no
and why do you think these people are still risking their lives?
Unajua
mali imefikia sasa watakuja kuanza kupigwa hata mawe.
Nasikia hata Yesu pia alishikwa. Sasa wenye walimshika pia walikuwa wanafanya kazi. I think they are doing their jobs and they're gonna die doing their jobs. So yeah.
Yani hadi ile time yenye watu nayo wanaona like hii formula ya kuarrest watu imeanza kuleta tension. Does it mean they cannot even try to step aside? Ama watumia different formula, ama watumia polisi wenyewe? Lakini watu wako na ujasiri Zulfa.
Si hapo kana ulikuwa na polisi alikuwa hapo na hajafanya alikuwa. If you see that, I don't know why we don't have that video. If you see that video, you will see there's a police officer hapo, mwanamke hapo kando na ajeingililia.
How do I wish our country to be one of the best countries for its citizens? How do I wish? Sasa
the thing is, the good thing that I am so proud, that I'm feeling so proud, is that Kenyans are on high alert, and Kenyans wamechukua hii shughuli kwa mikono yao na wamesema no one is going to walk out. We're not going to let our fellow okay, fellow person achukuliwe tu na some random dudes, wamweke pingu, wamweke kwa gari, alafu that's the last time we're gonna see. When we are seeing bodies, when we are, our brothers and still abducted wako huko, we are not going to just allow that mtu tu aje, eti mtu tu akuje randomly from somewhere akuje tu achukue eti tu mtu tuko hapa mimi na wewe Felix, then someone akuje tu akuje hapa kuchukue kama sijui na kupeleka wapi, na even they have not identified themselves, they are not in uniform. Gone are those days. Gone are those days when we're gonna just allow you to like just come and take someone from us.
You see, sometimes now like they are trying to create a room for criminals now to conduct their work best. Unajua Zulfa, let me tell you, if this is the way they are going to make it normal, and they are going to use this formula as a normal way of arresting people, Zulfa, I tell you, a time will come when now criminals themselves, okay, they are going to come with Zubaru, they are going to come with Noah or any car they may use that may look like look alike, kama inaweza kuwa similar to the other one. Unaona? To those cars that those people do use to arrest these people. So unapata like a time will come, even now criminals are going to conduct that activity and the people will see it as normal. Na hiyo itakuwa imendanger as many lives as possible. And in fact, if possible, mimi nilikuwa natamani kuona kama hii kitu inaweza fikishwa kotini vizuri hivi. At least wajaribu kuuliza why police forces are not using the best not the best, the right formula to arrest the people. Okay. Sababu there is no way people can be just arrested by civilians, by people who are in civilians. How safe will be tomorrow? How
safe? That is a question.
Yes.
How No maana nasema nikiinsist ile point moja napokuambia like we shouldn't let ourselves go back to the days when you couldn't walk in Kenya and streets free. We shouldn't let ourselves go back there. We should not accept to go back to days of fear. We should never accept to go back there. So if kama tunaweza angalia, tunaweza endelea kuona huyo mtu akijibu hiyo maswali for like the next 10 minutes, tujue vizuri, tumsikize vizuri, because I want Kenyan people to see the person who should protect us, because that's, you know, Inspector General, si ndio? Anafaa kuwa kama wakiona mtu anaabductiwa kama ajui ni nani, because I was told before DCI wakuja waingie ndani ya community they should pass through police station, waji-identify kama DCI before waingie into the village. But they just come and they take people. So if you could see that video, tunaweza appreciate it. And tuendelee kumsikiza yule baba, tumsikie. Kuna video ya yule baba, it is live, the one that is answering the questions from the judges, that video. Yes.
This month at 11 a.m. in open court. The orders issued on 8th and reaffirmed on 13th remain in force until then.
Yes. What I believe in is that whatever we as people we try to engage in has got a response or feedback. You see? Equal like these lawyers, whatever they have been talking about there, it's coming from their internal side, from their bottom of their hearts. Please, may God even bless them. Because this is the kind of people we really need in the society, who can stand for the truth, you see, who can stand for the reality, who cannot even try to fake, you see. Now that it has happened and nothing we can do to recover whatever maybe it may happen. Unajua hizi vitu ziko kwa kuleta marekebisho. Those lawyers are just there to bring some marekebisho. Is it? Yes. Wakuko kuleta marekebisho.
Zulfa, let me tell you.
Mimi kitu yenye nao ninaomba sana haki tafadhali.
What I'm laughing is the way you have hope. That is what is making me laugh. The way you have hope.
Niko na hope mbaya sana.
The way you have hope in the same people who are killing us, you know. The same people who are abducting our people.
Wanivote nao walikuwa wanajifanya hapa kotini.
Mimi I don't want to get into that. I don't want to really get into that. I just want the Kenyan people to see.
What is the meaning of that?
I don't want to get into that.
Why?
No comment. I have already given out my stand, Kitambo, that I will not just trust anyone who comes out here as long as they're not willing to speak the truth. You know, na? Wakikuja ikoti ara akichukua Bible, I swear aseme it the truth and the truth only. So God help me. Already kuna kutashaambiwa kuja aseme. Watch. So Masieso ameapishwa. I don't know if you know that.
Yes?
The cabinet secretaries ambao tuliwaona juzi wakivetiwa.
Yeah, niliona.
Yeah, and there are videos.
Niliona hadi yule 3.5 billion. Anyway, niliona, and in fact what I'm saying is that still those are not the people I'll never trust. Because not because they are bad, okay, not because they are good, but I can't trust them. At least Zulfa, hawa wenye tumeona hapa hivi wakiwa live, walitoka hadi wakaenda kotini kuuliza what is going on. They are not politicians, but they are lawyers.
There's a comment there from Kim. You can read it. I don't want to laugh. So
yeah,
read the comments.
Guy, by then nimeanza kuogopa Kim. Umse jana alifanya ni mali nililala nikasikia vibaya mbavu. I decided to use the free KWS bus to tour the Nairobi National Park. The only animals I saw were 2 impalas, a pair of
what?
2 sad-looking zebras, a lonely rhinoceros, and 2 giraffes. No lions.
Unaanza mapema man. Unaanza mapema. I don't want to laugh.
Karibu. Sikia, karibu nilie hiyo siku. I blame Ruto for that.
Why are you blaming Ruto?
Umse, let me tell you the truth. Umse, anakaa mse wa maparapo.
Walai. And punchlines. Sikiza
hiyo, sikia statement. Juzi, I decided to use the free KWS bus to tour the Nairobi National Park. The only animals I saw were 2 impalas, a pair of quolls, 2 sad-looking...
2 sad-looking, seriously?
Meaning zimeboeka. Anyway, 2 sad-looking zebras, a lonely, meaning iko peke yake, rhinoceros, and 2 giraffes, no lion. Karibu nilie hiyo siku. I blame Ruto for that. Oi. Meaning,
have you ever
let me tell you nikijaribu ku overthink, kama nina overthink Kim atanirekebisha. Mse anajaribu kumaanisha hivi. Can I try to elaborate the hidden meaning behind this message?
What is the meaning? Anasema eti go read that again and again, ukielewa ukuje uniambie kesho. What did you say? I used the free KWS bus to
Kim, what do you mean? Wait.
Then you're gonna give atafanya nishini nimefikiria this the entire time.
Okay, mimi wacha nijaribu kuongea vile nimeielewa. Umse alichukua hiyo buzz, I can interpret it as a free zone. Sawa? A free zone ambayo inaweza kuwa hata internet. Sawa? Yenye inaweza kupeleka everywhere. Una get? Tutua Nairobi National Park, yani tutua Kenya kwa mfano, ama Kenyan government. Sawa? The only animals he saw were 2 animals. Sawa? Aliona either department mbili tena zenye ziko na a lot of difficulties. Sawa? A pair of quote. Hiyo. Akaona tena department zingine mbili. Sawa? Akaona tena department zingine mbili. Alafu baadaye akaona department moja yenye pia imefinyika. Sawa? Lakini hakuona ile department yenye iko so serious na yenye inakuanga strict kabisa hivi kwa government kabisa, kama sipo. Unajua kuna department fulani yenye inakuanga kali so that everything to be upright. Umse, wewe bro wende ukae nini? Si unaona mimi appreciate. Si ameni appreciate hapo.
Ati bwana unaongea basi in parables now. Parables.
Haina shida umse ako fiti. Meaning sasa hakuona any department yenye iko kama Matiang'i.
But people say that Matiang'i is gonna come and kill us all.
Angalia, umse hakuona department yote iko very active kama Matiang'i. Yenye iko strict, yenye ni kali na inasimama na reality. Na ana blame Ruto. Si Ruto ndiye anaelewa watu wenye amechoose. Si Ruto ndiye anaelewa watu wenye ametoa kwa hizo sections.
So this is how we have to think with Kim now. Deeper. Everything akisema hapa juu tuchukulie na deep.
Sasa hapo ndio una confirm kama ulifanya literature ukapita.
So bado nifanya mtihani shule alafu nifanya mtihani nje. You people. So the CSS have been wameapishwa, si ndio? Tulikuwa tunamngoja nani producer aweke hizo video za kuapishwa kwa the cabinet secretaries. And but they actually we were told that watu wako kwa nini sahi kwa Kindiki wakipewa 100k. Do you know that?
Sahi?
Yeah. In fact, I had that info. Let me see that info.
Hivyo tunafaa kukimbia.
And Karen has been seen with some Kisii guy. Client wa Kim.
Nani?
Client wa Kim ameonekana some Kisii MP.
Nani huyo?
Karen.
Wewe lakini unajua vile ninapenda huyo mwanamke lakini.
Basi already asha kwa kwenu.
Yeah?
Ako Kisii sasa.
Wallahi.
Yes, with some Kisii MP. Ujapata hiyo information? Ambia Kim atuambie.
Nani anataka kuniua roho? Hapana, unajua ni kama ananiua roho sasa.
That woman does not belong to you only.
I wish angeniona vile ninamwambia ukweli hapa social media tena live akiwalai.
So apparently this is what is we are being told, yes? Arresting orders. Tuambiwa, in fact, police officers should arrest with arrest warrant anyone and release immediately after writing statements to assist in investigation or any allegations. I have seen arguments excuse me, that if government is not abducting and people, then they are then why are they not arresting those doing it? That is a question, because I've seen the police amekotu hapo kando, wana mjamaa na abductiwa na amesimama tu hapo kando. Why are they not abducting those people? Si ndio? Our criminal justice system requires actors arresters, that is criminal act, and mens rea. Hizi vitu ambazo Kim atuambie. It's a law. The criminal intention and mind proven beyond reasonable doubt in a prosecution. Obviously, they are carrying out the operation through third parties, so you will never catch them. Release the abduction victims, yes? But then, you know, ufai kwenda polisi na ulale. Unafika umeshaikuwa ndani, unafika umeshaambiwa ingia ndani. That shouldn't happen to you. Do you know that?
Yes.
But it happens. Unafikaga ukiwa umeshaambiwa. I told you wakati wa 2020 I was arrested, yes? And it is because nilikuwa nimechelewa wakati wa curfew sababu corona alikuwa ameshaanza kutembea. I didn't get that though. So then when we were arrested today, tukafika tu tukaambiwa weka viatu hapo, ingia ndani. For like almost a week. Have you been arrested, Felix?
Mi sijai lala ndani though. But Zulfa,
yes,
last year was not one of the best years I ever had.
Last year?
Yes.
Why?
Truly, I don't like anything that and I don't like anything that can involve me with the police.
Why?
Kitu ya kwanza, by that truly me spend mambo na scandals, unaona? Kitu ya pili, ninapenda life yangu yenye ninajua ni mimi na life yangu na niko sawa nayo. Unaona? But ilikuwa by chance, unajua last year, nimekuwa one of the residents in a certain estate. Ninashtukia, ninaambiwa like tangu uhamie hapa, some of the new cars zimekuwa zikiingia kwa hii nini na zinakuja kwa nyumba yako. And we need you to go and write a statement because one of the cars was broken and some of the spare parts were taken. Sasa nikawauliza, you want me to come and write a statement? Yes. Unajua kufika huko tena wakaniambia eti mimi ndio nafaa kununua hizo vitu.
Why is that?
Nikawauliza sasa, surely how can I buy those things and I don't know how they were stolen. And furthermore, I don't even have any information concerning the same. That was my first time when nimekutana na polisi mimi in my life. Sipendi mambo na polisi Zulfa, vile nimeshakwambia. I don't like mambo na polisi na kukorofishana na polisi. That's why ala wakati ninapata like watu wanamara wanaenda sasa kama hawa wanakuja kuabduct watu sijui nini.
I didn't used to, but I say wakati ushaambiwa ingia hapa ndani, ushaenda polisi umefungiwa for a whole week sababu usispreadie watu. It was uspreadie watu corona sababu ulipatikana nje saa 3. And you know, back then I was somewhere and I was living with like a very sick person. Yes, I had to go for medicine hapo tu, and I'm like nipale hakuna watu, nipata tumekaa kundi no, it was just me and them. Nikarusha kwa hiyo gari. In fact, sasa mnarusha kwa hiyo gari ndo corona inawashika, basi kama corona iko because mmekaribiana mnahemeana. Pale hamna mask, mko tu. So, yeah. Life. C'est la vie, yes. So, hiyo video, tumpata hizo video za wakiapishwa.
Producer anasema anaeka. Sasa, hiyo mchezo ya by the way ndio you are right. Unapata like
Yes.
Wanakususpect wewe ni mgonjwa, si ndio? Alafu wanakushika wanakurusha kwa gari
Mko wengi.
Mkiwa wengi. Sasa
hiyo nyoda mjavaa mask.
Na sasa
Sasa corona imeshawashika basi.
Wait. Mbona hujavaa mask ndani ya gari? Na mko wengi hapo hivyo. Mbona basi wasitafute namna ya kuwa arrest in a good way yenye maybe hata kama maybe kuna one of those people wenye wako ndani kwa wagonjwa wasiambukizana. I don't know how these police officers work, but sometimes they do fail regularly without their knowledge in fact. Anyway, wacha tusikie vile hao watu walikuwa wanasema.
Before the President and in accordance with the third schedule. And that before assuming a state office, acting in a state office, or performing any function in a state office, a person shall take and subscribe to the oath or affirmation of office. End of quote. Your Excellency, following the presidential action effecting the nomination of 3 cabinet secretaries, the National Assembly conducted approval hearings for the nominees on 14th January 2025. Subsequently, the National Assembly considered and adopted the report of the Committee on Appointments, approving the 3 nominees for appointment as Cabinet Secretaries. So, thereafter, on 16th January 2025, the National Assembly, in accordance with the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, as read together with the National Assembly Standing Orders, transmitted the certificate of approval granting parliamentary approval for the appointment of the 3 cabinet secretaries. Consequently, in exercise of the powers vested in the President and Article 152(2) of the Constitution, Your Excellency appointed the 3 cabinet secretaries as notified in a special issue of the Kenya Gazette, published as notice number 379 of 2025. Your Excellency, with all the applicable constitutional and statutory requirements for the appointment of cabinet secretaries having been fully discharged, this state ceremony is properly convened in law. If it pleases Your Excellency, I have the distinct honor and privilege to present to you the 3 newly appointed cabinet secretaries to subscribe to their individual solemn oath or affirmation of state office. With Your Excellency's kind indulgence, I now call upon the Honorable MATIANG'I Kagwe, EGH, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Agriculture and Livestock Development.
I, MATIANG'I Kagwe, being appointed a Cabinet Secretary of Kenya, do swear that I will at all times be faithful to the Republic of Kenya, that I will obey, respect, and uphold this Constitution of Kenya and all other laws of the Republic, that I will well and truly serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of Cabinet Secretary, that I undertake to hold my office as Cabinet Secretary with honor and dignity, and that I will be a true and faithful counselor to the President for the good management of the public affairs of the Republic of Kenya, that I will not divulge directly or indirectly such matters as shall come to my knowledge in the discharge of my duties and committed to my secrecy, except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties as Cabinet Secretary, and that I will perform the functions of my office conscientiously and to the best of my ability. So help me God. In the office of Cabinet Secretary, that I undertake
Sir, permit me to now invite the Honorable Lee Mayani Kinyanjui, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry.
I, Lee Mayani Kinyanjui, being appointed a Cabinet Secretary of Kenya, do swear that I will at all times be faithful to the Republic of Kenya, that I will obey, respect, and uphold this Constitution of Kenya and all other laws of the Republic, that I will well and truly serve the people and the Republic of Kenya in the office of Cabinet Secretary, that I undertake to hold my office as Cabinet Secretary with honor and dignity, that I will be a true and faithful counselor to the President for the good management of the public affairs of the Republic of Kenya, that I will not divulge directly or indirectly such matters as shall come to my knowledge in the discharge of my duties and committed to my secrecy, except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties as Cabinet Secretary, that I will perform the functions of my office conscientiously and to the best of my ability. So help me God.
With Your Excellency's kind permission, I now call upon the Honorable William Kabogo Kitau, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Information, Communications and the Digital Economy.
I, William Kabogo Kitau, being appointed a Cabinet Secretary of Kenya, do swear that I will at all times be faithful to the Republic of Kenya, that I will obey, respect, and uphold this Constitution of Kenya and all other laws of the Republic, that I will well truly serve the people of the Republic of Kenya in the office of Cabinet Secretary, that I undertake to hold my office as Cabinet Secretary with honor and dignity, that I will be true and faithful counselor to the President for the good management of the public affairs of the Republic of Kenya, that I will not divulge directly or indirectly such matters as shall come to my knowledge in discharge of my duties, and committed to my secrecy, except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties as Cabinet Secretary, that I will perform the functions of my office conscientiously and to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Those are the CSs wenye walikuwa kuswear in leo, but sasa mimi mbona sijaona wakijaribu kuleta wengi
aje
wenye wanafaa kushughulikia mambo na maslahi ya Wakenya.
Hiyo utangoja, let me tell you, hiyo utangoja. Yani at this point you will wait for the such things,
like seriously. What were ona saa hii watu mtu walikuwa anataka kukua abducted huko roysambu.
Hakuna mtu
unaona, hakuna mtu mwenye amejaribu kuonyesha vile maybe ako concerned. Mimi sijaona. But
hakuna mtu anayeona.
Si basi Kenya yenye wanaongoza ni hao wenye wanakuwa abducted, ni hao wenye wanauliwa. Sawa basi, ikikuwa by chance wame abduct wote wameisha, wanaenda kuongoza nani? Hiyo Ministry of sijui Water and Communication, nani anaenda kuimake work kama watu wenyewe wako hapo ndani? Let them respect Kenyans and know that Kenyans are the most important people and are the ones. Guy, wao ndio wamefanya wako kwa hizo vyao, so si vizuri. Let them make a move, uone kama wanaweza saidia hii situation.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, so let me see. Felix, we have like roughly 10 minutes. Anything else you want to tell these people, and then we wrap up the show? Okay, so as we wait for Felix to afikirie nini, what I can say is to recycle leaders. Kenyans, we are recycling leaders. We are unafika place like, how many times am I going to speak about this? how many times am I because we are recycling the same leaders. Mutaikago amekuwa hapa 2020, amekuwa hapa tena na sasa ameregea tena. The other one I had akiulizwa kuhusu drug trafficking, ndo huyo pia sasa amekuwa hapo. They have been in this government. Wanataka kuja zile mifuko alafu watoke waende. No one is actually tackling the things that really matter. Nimekaa leo nikitafuta who is going to talk, like kama kuna ni leader like yote amekaa akaongelea issue ambayo imehappen tu saa hii. I am seeing nothing. Watu kwa Kindiki wanapewa 1,100. Sioni mtu ambaye kwa anyway anaongelea I'm not seeing actually anyone who is talking about anything that is important right now. They are talking about issues that don't even concern us because si lazima hata washindo wakiapishwa hizi stuff. Watumiwe email wa sign huko ibaki ni hivyo. And then we get back here to do things ama to talk about things that really matter. Felix, let me tell you something. And I'm always telling you things. Like if right now, wakwanza mbona nikuuliza Felix, do you have your voters ID? Do you have your voters ID? Before we even start condemning anything, do you have your voters whatever ID?
Nimejihami vilivyo mama.
So uko sawa.
Mimi nimejihami vibaya sana. Nimejihami vibaya sana. Yeah, ninataka kuona kama ninaweza fanya. I want to see if I can bring up a leader who can carry my burden as his or hers, you see. Yeah. Story kama hii yenye ili happen roysambu huwezi isikia. Unless next utasikia aje police walienda na gari vizuri hivyo wakaarrest mtu kiusala. Story kama hizi yenye ulisikia ili happen Ruiru huwezi isikia. Labda utasikia aje kuna mtu ilikuwa by chance alianguka kama alifanya hivi na hivi, ile normal death. You understand? Normal death. It is through my vote that I'll bring somebody mwenye atakumbusha serikali aje tafadhali watu polisi wanafaa kuenda kuarrest mtu, si watu civilian. So kama saa hii truly some of the Kenyan lives are endangered.
Yes.
And this is through some arrogance aspect maybe zenye zinaendelea ambazo haziwezi zikatusaidia. Let me tell you the truth, even those people who are arresting others wakiwa in civilian, they are human beings. Sawa? And maybe they are forced to. Unajua police officers are disciplinary forces, okay? So whenever they decide to do something, they have to work under that command. Police ni yule mtu, police wa huku Kenya ndio mimi nazungumzia, wa Somalia, Uganda, sijui what, I don't know. The moment unaweza mwambia toa hata longi utembee uchi atatoa, as long as ndio mkubwa wake. That is why they are called disciplinary forces. They wameweka discipline mbele kuliko hata kitu chochote kile. So ukiona hawa watu wanakuja wana abduct watu wakiwa ni civilian, those are instructions they are given. Hawakuji wenyewe. You see, hata wao wenyewe si kupenda kwa, but they are endangered also. Mob itaenda kuwafikia na one day. Do you think are they going to survive? When ile siku utapata maybe mob imefikia mmoja na imemfanya ile kitu yenye uweze pumua tena. Ni kupenda kwake? Those guys are working according to the instructions they are given.
From above.
Yes. So hata hao wenye walipatikana hapo roysambu wakitaka ku abduct, maybe kama walipenya ni Mungu. Sawa? But mimi ninaomba tu watch hiyo story if possible iishe, watu wa kuanga arrested in a good way, wanapelekwa mahali
na waende kufungiwa because umesikia
kama ni cell ni afadhali wawekwe cell, watu wakwa aje wale wako wapi wako cell. Na furthermore wataenda kufunguliwa mashtaka fulani yenye wataenda kuwa judge nayo. Ama wataenda kukutana nao kiongozi vile anataka waongee waelewane story hii. Lakini story ya kukuja kupeleka mtu tu hivyo hatujui mahali amepelekwa, ujue mtu yeye kae ndiye anategemewa kwa familia, ujue mtu yeye ndio nini. Stop abducting anybody hivyo. Haujui life ya watu hapa nje. So mimi hata kama walichoose ama waliswear in those cabinet secretaries, mimi naweza sema truly inaweza kosa kunihusu kwa sababu the current situation our government is undergoing, the current situation our people of Kenya, or the people of Kenya are undergoing, it really needs attention. Unaget? It really needs any attention, and if possible hata public participation it take place whereby people wapige nini kura kwa kitaka vile zile opinions zenye zinafaa kufanya kazi. Unajua kitu ina take place wakati wa kuamend the constitution, but Zulfa sasa mimi unajua hata nina I don't know vile naweza nikaiweka, but the public ikikuwa involved kwa government hivyo sana yes. I'm very sure everything ni rahisi. Everything will be easy.
Okay. So there's a comment pale hapo tunaweza soma.
Okay. Acha tuisome. Those people have anyway, those people have been brought back to manage Mount Kenya, politics in Mount Kenya, which is hostile to Ruto because he lied to Kenyans and insulted them. Sasa hiyo si ni obvious. Na aliwatusi kweli. Sasa alisema story ya kutokuwa na akili ama.
Sasa hiyo ni kuambia aje watu. Unapenda kuambia una akili.
Sasa kama sina akili ni nini inakuongelesha sasa hii?
Sasa ndio hivyo sasa basi.
Anyway, thank you so much guys for joining us, and my name is Felix Andrew. Tukutane saa 10 hadi saa 12. Thank you.